Hello, welcome. I've got a message for you. All you need to do to receive it is to pick one of these 3 piles of cards. So I've got pile number 1, green moss agate. I have pile number 2, green apophyllite. And I've got pile number 3, aragonite. So maybe just close your eyes, take a breath, take a few rounds of breath and really connect with your intuition and see which one feels right for you. So I'm going to start with pile number 1. So pile number 1, this is for you. I blindly dealt these. I've not looked at them yet. I've got 7 cards for you and I have got a Ganesha card, which we'll read at the end. We'll take a little bit of a look at what we have got in these cards. What message have we got for you today? So I'll start at the top. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. So a lot of sword energy going on in here. I feel like there's a hunt for knowledge for you at the moment. I think the message you need to hear is related to some information of some description. I mean, I've got the King and Queen, divine counterparts of the 2 cards which relate to the mind, to your thinking, to clarity. But we'll start off with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is going on a mission. He's on a mission to find out some knowledge, some information, something that's going to make things feel a little bit clearer to him. You see there, he's off on a sprint. He's the fastest moving of the Knight cards. Knights are all about taking action and moving forwards. And obviously being a sword card, it is moving forwards towards some knowledge of some description. So I think, you know, the message that you've got for today is certainly about taking steps to move forwards, to find out clarity, to find more information. We've got the King of Swords next. He is extremely knowledgeable. He's very analytical. He's very good at communicating, and he uses his brain to, you know, when it's needed, to the absolute best of his abilities. I think you certainly are in a position at the moment to connect with what's going on inside your head. I think the thoughts that you have, in the information that you've got at the moment, and whatever it is that you've got mulling around in your head is important. We've got that 3 of Pentacles there. I think the information, the stuff that you have got, the knowledge that you have got at the moment is important for a project, for something. You're bringing something to the table within a certain project of some description or other. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. That's all about collaboration, working with others to create something or to bring something into life. And I think your knowledge is important within this situation. I think it's actually work related for a lot of you. I think there's going to be some collaboration with some other people, whether that is work colleagues, whether you've got your own business and you're collaborating with somebody else. I think there's a situation that is happening that's going to be quite important, or a project that's going to be quite important, and you have got so much to add to it. You have got some really good knowledge, some input to have on the situation, within the situation. We've got that 5 of Swords next, and I think there may well be some disagreement within the collaboration, within the the people that you are working on a project with. And this could be, doesn't have to be work for everybody, because not everybody works, do they? It's something that you're putting your time and effort into at the moment. So it could be a project. It could be a hobby. It could be anything. But whatever it is, it's working with other people and you being brought to the table to work with these people for the information that you have got for your mind, essentially. It's like picking your brains, using the knowledge, the interior knowledge that you've got to help them with their project. And I think there's going to be a little bit of disagreement within that. But I think you've got to stick to your guns, because I think, you know your stuff. We've got that Queen of Swords there. The Queen of Swords, she's starting to see things even clearer. She's not seeking, she's gaining deeper understanding of a situation. She's gaining deeper knowledge. She's gaining deeper clarity on a situation. So I think, there may well be a situation where you are being questioned about something, but keep the composure of the Queen of Swords. Don't lose your head. Just be dignified and just stick to your guns. We've got the Chariot as our next card there. The Chariot is following his higher self, his intuition. He's moving forwards towards his destiny, towards his place of alignment. He's staying focused. He's staying on track. He's not getting distracted by anything that's going on in his peripheral vision. He's just keeping his eye on the prize, and he's moving forwards towards his destiny, towards the place that he's meant to be going. And I think this is you in this situation where you have got the knowledge. You're essentially right. It may well be that others are saying, well, no, I think it's this way, or I think it's that way. But I think you've just got to be dignified. You've got to stick to your guns. You've got to inform people and just communicate well. And I think if you can find that communication, if you can lay out your side of the situation in a really clear and concise manner, you'll be able to move forwards in the way that you want to. And it's going to be towards a positive outcome. We've got that King of Pentacles there. He's the King of Swords is the smartest king in the pack. The King of Pentacles is the richest king in the pack, and he makes very smart financial decisions, and decisions that are going to bring him abundance effortlessly. So I think if you can, lay out, communicate your plan, communicate your intentions and your thoughts on the situation in a really clear and concise way, then you are heading towards your place of destiny. You're heading towards a place of abundance, and it's going to open you up to be able to make some really smart financial moves, or smart pentacle moves moving forwards. Because don't forget, pentacles don't just have to be financial. They're earthly, they're material. So they could be health, they could be love, they could be home, they could be business, they could just be stuff. So however this resonates with you, because don't forget, it's a general reading. Take what you need from it, leave behind what you don't. But basically, your message today from this reading is to move forward in a really clear, concise manner, knowing that you have got all of the information. You're bringing your knowledge to the situation, and despite the fact that you may come up against some challenges, some disagreements, just be dignified, move through it, and keep your eye on your focus, and just move towards that, following your intuition, using your knowledge to move forward, and you're going to end up at that place of abundance in the end. So if this resonates with you, I'd love to know how. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if this fits with you and how it fits with you. And also, if you fancy joining this little community, it would be lovely to have you as a subscriber. Don't forget to press the notification bell. And also, if you like the reading, a thumbs up would be fabulous. So let's have a little bit of a look at our Ganesha card. Right, we have number 1, beginnings. So I think whatever project it is that you are working on, that you are bringing your knowledge to, it's the beginning of something new and exciting. it's the start of something that will hopefully, if played right, and if your dignity is kept and your concise and clear explanation of things, and your clear communication is effective, then you are heading towards a brand new beginning. So I will leave it at that. Take care of yourself. Stay rooted. Stay safe. Stay rooted. Stay open, and more than anything, stay magical. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Right. So pile number 2. It is your turn. So we have these cards. I've dealt them blind, so I don't know what's in there. We've got 7 cards, and then we have got this Ganesha card. So I'm going to leave him to the end. We'll put that to one side, and we'll turn over the rest of the cards. Right, we have the Chariot. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Sun, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so a lot of cup energy. What's your message? What is your message for today? I'm sensing it as one of an emotional nature, of a potential love and happiness kind of theme. We've got the Chariot. The Chariot is all about moving towards your destiny, moving towards your place of alignment. It is about staying focused, following your intuition, following what your soul wants and what your higher self is leading you towards. It's about just staying on that path, not getting distracted, and really making movement, lots of forward momentum towards your destiny. We have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is the card of loss. It's the card of loss and the card of grief, the card of really just feeling, a sense of something missing. So maybe moving towards, as you move towards the place, your place of alignment, your destiny, essentially, what's fated for you. I think there's a feeling at the moment of this loss, this not quite being satisfied with what you've got, with your 3 cups that she's got 5 cups there. She's got 3 cups that have fallen over that are empty. She's got 2 cups that are standing. So you may well feel that you are lacking in something, that you're missing something, but the key to the 5 of Cups is it's about focusing on what you have got rather than what you haven't got. So as you're moving towards the place where you want to be, your place of destiny, it's important for you. I think your message of this reading is to take a little bit of a step back, look at the bigger picture, look at the things that you have got going for you, and focus on them. Because the things that have lost, that have gone, that are no longer there, they're in the past now, and you have got to focus on the amazing things that you have got, the opportunities that you've got, the opportunities for happiness that you've got, and you need to leave the past where it belongs, behind you, and look forwards and look at the amazing things that you've got in front of you, and use that to help you to get on, to move forwards. Because we've got the Sun next. The Sun is the most abundant, the happiest card in the pack. If you are looking for happiness, for contentment, for joy, then it's really important for you to focus on the positives rather than the negative. Try and shake yourself out of that negative headspace and really focus on the good things that you've got going on around you that will help you to move forwards now in the future. If you do that, you are opening yourself up to a world of happiness. We've got that Ace of Cups there, so it could well be new love for you. It could just be the beginning of a happy and joyous time in your life. like I say, for some of you, it will be an opportunity of new love. But being an ace, it is opportunity, it's potential. So it's there for the taking. You just got to want to take it and to move with the energy and to move forwards in a really positive way. We've got the Knight of Cups there. The Knight of Cups, he's taking active steps towards his future happiness. So it may well be he's moving towards a new love interest. It may well be that he's or she, obviously, is moving towards marriage, maybe, or a deepening connection with the person. But he's definitely taking steps, active steps, laying the groundwork for his future happiness. We've got the Four of Cups as our next card. Now, the Four of Cups is one of not quite feeling it, feeling a little bit lacking, feeling like maybe you've lost your mojo. And let me just, turn that off. And this, I think you're a little bit like that at the moment. And I think, you know, if you can try and lift yourself into this positive space, trying to lift your vibration, doing the things that help you do that, getting out in nature, turning off the TV because there's an awful lot of sort of negative stuff on there at the moment. Get yourself out in nature, get on your yoga mat, do the things that lift your spirits, that make you happy, that lift your vibration, and hopefully that will shift your energy into one that is moving forwards. Because the Four of Cups, again, it may well be that you're not quite contented with how things are going, but you're being offered something. So it may well be, if you can lift your spirits, lift your vibration a little bit higher, you know, if you feel like you're sort of not moving forwards in the way that you want to, there's a new opportunity coming your way, but you just need to maybe lift yourself a little bit more. And we've got that Six of Swords as our last card. The Six of Swords is moving into calmer waters. So it may well be that you felt like you've been on a little bit of an emotional roller coaster over the last week or two. But I think if you can try and be proactive and shift the way that you are thinking, shift your vibration to one of a higher level, then you're going to automatically start feeling mentally in a better place, in a calmer, more peaceful place, which is obviously going to benefit you in leaps and bounds, isn't it? It's going to be amazing. So our Ganesha card, it says achievement. So I think if you can, this message for you is something that you've got to actively participate in. This, things are a little bit, like I say, like a roller coaster, up and down. And I think for you to find your place in the sun and to really nurture this future happiness, you've got to be actively participating in it. And I think if you put that time and energy into it, then you're going to have great achievements. It's going to turn out good. You're going to then open yourself up to so much more abundance, and it's going to feel great, and it'll feel even better because you know that it's of your making. You've manifested this for yourself. You've actively participated in creating this happy life for yourself, and that always feels like a big achievement, doesn't it? And when we create something for ourselves that we know we've put a lot of time and effort into, it feels so much better. And I think that is going to lift you and lift your spirits in the way that you need it to, because you are pretty amazing and you deserve for things to turn out the way that they're going to, that they have got the potential to, but you've just got to work with the energy. So I'll leave it at that. Look after yourself, take care of yourself. If you fancy letting me know if that resonates with you, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love it if you liked the reading, if you like the reading, and if you want to become part of this community, then that would be amazing as well. Press that subscribe button, it's completely free, and don't forget to press the notification button. In the meantime, stay rooted, stay open, and stay magical. And I will catch up again with you very soon. And in the meantime, I'm going to get on with pile number 3. Aragonite. Beautiful crystal, this. I absolutely love it. It's stunning and sparkly, although I do love all my other crystals, but that one's got a soft spot in my heart. So I've dealt all these cards blind. I've not looked at them. I've just dealt them all out. So the first time I'm looking at them right now. So I've got 7 cards. We're going to turn them all over, and then we are going to look at our Ganesh card that we've picked for the end. So 9 of Wands, 8 of Swords, the Star, the 5 of Pentacles, the Sun, the 5 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have, I think the energy of this reading is persistence. It's about you really moving forward and getting through all of the stuff that's sort of coming your way, the challenges that are coming your way at the moment. I think things are feeling quite tricky for a lot of people, and this is sort of playing itself out in front of me here. I'll start at the beginning. We've got the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is about not giving up. It's a card of persistence, the card of, you know, coming up against challenges, coming up against resistance in different areas, maybe been through some really tricky times, but just not giving up. It's the wounded soldier in the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. And in that, you know, he's got all these bandages on. He looks quite bruised and quite traumatised, and he's been through a lot. And I think this is you. You've been through a tough time. You've been through some difficult situations. You may have come up against challenges, but you're still going. You're still moving forward. But what I would say about the 9 of Wands is that you need to look forwards. See, in the 9 of Wands, she's looking into the past. She's looking into the past and sort of still sort of holding on to the negative, the bad stuff that's happened in the past. And I think in order for you to move forwards, I think there's got to be a bit of a release of stuff from the past, so that you can push yourself in the way that you're meant to be going, which is, it's onwards, isn't it? It's forwards. So we've got the 8 of Swords as our next card. And the 8 of Swords is the card of tying yourself up in mental knots. It is the card of over-analysing, the card of self-sabotage. And I think that there is, you know, there's quite a lot of this energy around at the moment. I think there's a lot of overthinking, a lot of over-analysing situations, and that can never leads anywhere good. You know, I'm a Virgo, I know all about, you know, over-analysing stuff. It's how I roll. And I think my key to the 8 of Swords, and your message, I think, for you today, is that you need to release. You need to release to move forward. And the 8 of Swords, the only way to release that turmoil that's going on in your head, that bouncing around of different thoughts and ideas and tying yourself mentally up in knots, is to say it out loud. So whether you speak about it to a friend, to a loved one, whether you write it in your journal, if you say it out loud, if you've got nobody to share it with, you can just say it out loud, because once it gets outside of our body, outside of our mind, we can look at it as a witness, can't we, from a witness perspective, and then we can analyse it, we can look at it, and we can sort of see it from a completely different perspective, and then that hopefully will help you to make it more right-sized, to get the, you know, the important information out of it, and then to move onwards. And I think if you can do that, we've got the Star card as our next card. The Star card is bringing your hopes and dreams down to reality, and it's also the card of hope, actually, and of faith. And I think moving forward, if you can shift the way that you're thinking, I think you are going to start feeling again that hope and that faith, because that essentially is what moves us forward in life, isn't it? Having the hope, having the faith that things are going to turn out okay. I think when things feel hopeless, that's when trouble begins, because we've got no mojo to move forward, we've got no motivation to move forward. So I think if you are, you've got your eye on your hopes and dreams, you've got hope, you've got faith, and you're really moving towards that, then, that's a great start. You're moving forwards in a really positive way. We've got that Five of Pentacles there. Five of Pentacles is lack. It's generally a lack of a pentacle. So pentacles could be wealth, it could be health, it could be stuff, it could be love, something earthly, something tangible, something that you perceive to be lacking in. Does that make is that a right sentence anyway? So it's perceived lack, essentially, the Five of Pentacles. So I think it may well be that you're feeling like you've not got something. You've not got something. You're missing something for you to move forwards. To move forwards on your mission, on your project, on your in your life, wherever it is that you're heading towards your hopes and dreams. But all the fives have got solutions. There's a solution to this problem, to this perceived lack. There's an answer. So it may well be that you need to ask for some help and support. It may well be that you just need to get some knowledge or some information from somebody on the outside of you. But there's a solution to this problem, this lack of something. And I know that you're going to solve it because we've got the Sun card next. The Sun is the best card in the pack. It's the happiest, most contented, joyous card in the pack. It's the card of abundance, it's the card of love and happiness. And I think if you can just move through those obstacles, again, that solve that situation of lack that you feel that you've got, by asking for some help, asking for some support, then you're going to end up at this happy place, this place of contentment, place of abundance. I think you're going to get what you need if you can just ask for some help and support to help you through whatever it is that you've got going on at the moment. We've got the Five of Swords. You've got quite a mixed bag here, pile number 3. And I think, like I say, I think it's you're on a journey of one where you're going to be coming up against lots of different challenges. And I think it's about taking each challenge as it comes and trying to look at it in the most positive, with the most positive can-do attitude. And I think if you can do that, it's not always easy. It can be quite challenging, but if you can release the stuff that's gone on in the past, and if you can sort of detach yourself from all of those negative thoughts, I think those sort of bouncing around thoughts that are going on in your head, I think you're going to be able to move yourself forward in the way that you need to. Five of Swords, again, it's about having a lot on your mind, about having a lot of conflicting stuff going on in your head. It could well be that somebody said something to you or something's happened and it's in your head. It's in your head and it's battling around in there, not doing you any good. And maybe, you're struggling to let it go. Again, it's a card of release. It's about releasing those thoughts, releasing that way of thinking about a situation, because that's gone. It's gone. And again, it's about looking forwards, about moving forwards into the future, lightening the load, basically lightening the load, letting go of as much of those negative sort of low vibrational thoughts, low vibrational thinking, and trying to just put that positive spin on things, having the hope and faith, that lovely Sun card in the middle there, shining the light on all of these negative things and bringing them out into the sunlight in order for them to flourish. I couldn't say that then, I nearly got myself tongue-tied. Flourish and grow. It's all about, we're peppered in between sort of these cards. We've got these two cards that have got the light in them. I think bringing things out into the light is going to be really important. So whether that is literally shining a light on the stuff that you've got going in your head and sharing it with others, bringing it out into that daylight, when things get brought out, when things are shared, when things are brought outside of yourself, then things lose their power. So negative things that sit within our minds, sit within us, even knowledge or stuff that's happened a long old time ago, when we can bring it outside of ourselves, when we can share it, when we can bring it into the light, the power, the negative power that it has over us goes and it's released. And I think this your message is one of release, and it's the longest message actually. It is the message actually. It's the message of release. We've got this Four of Pentacles at the end. That's about holding on to something too tightly. So you've got two cards of release here. We've it's bookended. We've got the Nine of Swords there, and we've got the Four of Pentacles. So for you, your message is all about release. It's about internal release, stuff that you've got on the inside that's maybe dragging you down a little bit. You need to shine the light on it, bring it out into the open, and let the light do its job, and to really just transform it into something that's less powerful, that's more light, more bright, more sparkly, more positive, more love. Right, we have our Ganesha card, Revelation. I actually think some of you have got some revelations within you that need bringing out into the light. Maybe, you know, and it's going to be revelation to others. I think there's something that needs to be shared, that needs to be brought out, that needs to be brought out again into the light. We've got this light, this sparkle here. Yeah, there's something that needs sharing, and it's something quite big, and it's something quite powerful. And when it's brought out into the light, it's going to almost transmute it and change it into something that's easier to deal with. Sorry, that feels really quite big, doesn't it, pile number 3? I really hope it's been helpful. If you feel brave and you want to share, please let me know in the comments. I'd love it if you liked the video, if you like it, if you like the reading, and it would be lovely to have you part of my little community here on Rooted Souls. So press that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and don't forget to press the notification button so you don't miss out on any of your readings. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave it at there. I hope you've got the information, the message that you needed. And in the meantime, stay rooted, stay open, and more than anything, stay magical. And I will catch up again with you very, very soon.